that soft. No, I really like Tennessee. I like Tennessee. I just don't like that called ham for some reason. This one not in my farm stuff. I'm from Pennsylvania. But I like Tennessee. They've been really kind people. Certain down south people, not all of them are welcoming in. Some of them be nasty. So we're at Psalm 73. Storms of ASAP. It's one of the other songs. I haven't go outside read. It's too hot. Psalm 74 says, "Oh God, why have you rejected us alone? Why is your anger so intense against the sheep of your own pasture? Remember that we are the people you chose long ago, your tribe you redeemed as your own special possession. And remember Jerusalem, your home here on earth. Walk through the awful ruins of the city and see how the enemy has destroyed your sanctuary. Then your enemies shouted their victorious battle cries, and they are set up their battle standard. They swung their axes like woodcutters in a forest, with axes and picks, and they smashed the car panning. They burned your sanctuary to the ground, and they defiled the place that bears your name. Then they thought, let's destroy everything. So they buried down. They burned down all the places where God was worshipped. We no longer see your miracle signs. All the prophets are gone, and no one can tell us when it will end. How long, oh God, will you allow your enemies, our enemies, to insult you? Will you let them dishonor your name forever? Why do you hold back your strong hand, unleash your powerful fists, and destroy them? You, O God, are my king from ages past, bringing salvation to the earth, and you split the sea by your strength, and smashed the heads of the sea monsters, and you crushed the heads of the man, and you crushed the head of Satan, Jesus Christ, and let the desert and animals eat him. You cause the springs and streams to gush forth, and you dry up the rivers that never run dry. Both day and night belong to you. Everything on earth belongs to him. These people, these freaking cars, these freaking materialistic stuff, everything on earth belongs to him. You set the boundaries of the earth, and you made both summer and winter. Here's the reason why the earth keeps moving around. Winter and spring, all the seasons, keep going the seasons. See how these enemies insult you, Lord, O foolish nation has dishonored your name, and don't let these wild beasts destroy your turtle doves. Don't forget your suffering people forever. Remember your covering promises, for the land is full of darkness and violence. Yes, full of darkness and violence. In this modern world. Don't let the downtrodden be humiliated again. Instead of the poor and needy praise your name. Arise, O God, and defend your cause. Remember how these fools assault you all day long. Yeah, the ones that say that, to raise, O God. generations. And still let the poor and needy praise your name. Arise, O God, and defend your cause. Remember how these fools insult your name all day long. Don't overlook what your enemies have said of the growing uproar. So that's Psalm 74. Ooh. So let's read it. You can go. You can offer yourself back to him and say, not the will of this man, but the will of my Father which art in heaven. I'm going to offer myself just like the man. So it says, great question. Psalm 74 fits the situation perfectly, and you're right to connect it to how atheists or mockers behave today. Plain understanding of Psalm 74. Prayer of desperation and frustration with Asaph. Asking God why he seems silent, why his enemies destroy his people and his places of worship. It feels like God's people are suffering and the wicked are mocking God with no consequences. That's how I feel sometimes. And then it says, break down and how it relates today, verse 1-3. The Psalms was a beginning. So these people are coming up. Here, I'll do this.
Great question. Fits that situation perfectly. And you're right to connect it to how atheists or mockers behave today. Plain understanding of Psalm 74. Psalm 74 is a prayer of desperation and frustration, written by Asaph, asking God why he seems silent while his enemies destroy his people and his places of worship. It feels like God's people are suffering, and wicked people are mocking God with no consequences. Breakdown and how it relates to today. Verses 1-3, the psalmist feels abandoned. He's saying, "Why, God, have you rejected us? Look at the destruction all around." Verses 4-9, enemies have entered God's sanctuary and mocked him, set up their own symbols, and tried to destroy his presence among the people. Relates to today. Think of how people openly mock Christianity, attack the church, tear down what represents God, and act like they can erase him from society. Verse 8, the enemies say, "Let's destroy them completely." They burned down places of worship and eliminated sacred things. Relates to today. Atheists, mockers, or corrupt leaders trying to silence Christians, remove Bibles from schools, or treat believers like they're the problem. Verses 10-11. The psalmist asks God how long he will let fools insult him and mock his name without acting. Relates to today. You see people online or in person calling believers foolish, insulting faith, or acting superior. This psalm reflects that frustration. Believers wonder, God, when will you stop their arrogance? Verses 12-17. Despite the pain, the psalmist remembers God's power, how God created the world, split the sea, crushed enemies, and controls day and night. Encouragement for today. Even when it feels like evil is winning, God still has control. His power hasn't disappeared. Verses 18, the psalm ends with a plea. God, don't forget us. Look at the mockers. Rise up and defend your cause. Bottom line, Psalm 74 and raw. It reminds us, mockers, atheists, and arrogant people have always been around. God's people have cried out for justice for generations. Even when it feels like God is silent, he hasn't forgotten his people. It's okay to pray boldly and ask God to step in and deal with mockers. If you want, I can give you a short version of this to post or keep as encouragement. Want that?